tonight for the United States and Myanmar.
Well, there's quite a quality of players for both sides to see who comes in this match.
And it starts tonight for the United States at the Northland Events Center. Thank you for joining us for our coverage of the FIFA Under-20 World Cup in New Zealand here on Fox Sports 1. Mark Followell and former U.S. international, the most capped player in U.S. men's national team history, Kobe Jones. And early trouble here with the United States giving the ball away, and a player for Myanmar, Ong Tu, goes down in the box. And a nervy moment for the United States in the opening minute of the match against the minnows of Group A, as you recalled them.
Well, this is exactly how you do not want to start if you're the United States, giving up an early ball in your own defensive third and allowing the star player for Myanmar, Ong Tu, to have a chance early on. They've got to settle down. The first few minutes are very important in this match.
Kellen Acosta just joined up with the team, one of the last players to be able to arrive in Australia before they made the journey to New Zealand to finish up training and preparations for the Under-20 World Cup, as he had just ended his season in the Eredivisie in Holland at Utrecht, scored 3 goals, had 29 appearances in all competitions this year.
Well, he's a quality player, but the one thing I get out of that you have to realize is a lot of these players came into camp right before the World Cup at different times, so it's only a week or so that every single player has been here and able to actually get an understanding of each other.
Rabin, 19 years old, from Beaverton, Oregon. And again, one of the last arrivals. Now with the foul given here, Shaq Moore involved at that play. It is the first set-piece opportunity for Myanmar. A low and poorly struck free kick is cleared, but only as far as the captain, Nanda Chiao, and then Tai Tai Ong, a long-range shot that brings about Zach Steffen's first save.
Well, that was a brilliant shot from distance. And what I took out of that as well is the follow-up. You had 3 players from Myanmar charging in while the U.S. was kind of slow to react.
Mong Mong Sol, and there's an obvious foul that's called here against Cameron Carter-Vickers.
Well, this is the shot from distance, and look at the players from Myanmar charging in, but luckily enough, Zach Steffen holds on to it, doesn't give up any rebound.
Tai Tai Ong, some pace and power on that shot. Down to his left, Zach Steffen making the first save. And Myanmar just had a set-piece opportunity a moment ago, their second free kick. Carter-Vickers, the center back, who committed the obvious foul. Here's Nanda Chiao, the captain. Chiao over this free kick here for Myanmar. Still some jostling in the wall between one player for Myanmar, Mong Mong Sol, one of their forwards, and 3 men in the wall for the U.S. Now Nanda Chiao, left-footed strike blocked by the wall. And maybe a chance for a counter, but the U.S. can't hold possession. Now Tai Tai Ong, who had the shot a moment ago, slips and loses possession, but at the halfway line, Myanmar able to send the ball back in. Ong Tu running up behind him is Moore.
Well, one of the things, talking to Tab Ramos, one of the things he said that had to be matched was the energy that Myanmar was going to come out with, especially early on in this match. So far, I think the U.S. is a little bit lacking. Myanmar seems to be taking it to them right now, and the U.S. is having a difficult time getting out of their own half.
This Group A draw setting the stage for perhaps a good run for the United States. They have not reached the knockout stage of this tournament, the Under-20 World Cup, since 2007. Didn't qualify in 2011. Last time they won a match was against Cameroon in Egypt in September of 2009. Well, the opportunities over the last 2 or 3 minutes, all Myanmar. They've had 2 free kicks. Now they'll have their first corner to Steffen's right. 9th minute of the match at the Northland Events Center in Whangarei, New Zealand. And bent in front and loose right in front, and a score for Myanmar. Myanmar has shocked the United States here in the 9th minute. Jan Nai-U has scored for Myanmar to put them in front.
And there's just too much going on in front of Zach Steffen. As you can see, the numbers are there. And this is what Myanmar wants, as Jan Nai-U is standing right in front. And as Steffen comes out, he's got to do a better job of clearing that. He's got to get his fists on it and get that out of the box if he's coming out of the area. And then it just falls to the feet of Jan Naiu, and there's not a whole lot you can do when it just falls to a player's foot about 2 yards out.
19-year-old Jan Naiu has scored Myanmar's first World Cup goal. It will be one he'll remember for a lifetime, and it comes against the United States. Perhaps the favorites in Group A, Myanmar has taken an early lead with a 9th-minute goal off the corner.